these recoilless actually getting work. So cool to see these units in action. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 18 of my Closing the Trap campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously we had a fantastic set of battles. We managed to destroy the 21st, we managed to get through and right into the back where we attacked an artillery unit. They got backed up by another artillery unit, so we utterly crushed them. And we also destroyed the chasseurs that were nearby. So absolutely huge battle for us, and now both of these artillery units are more or less entirely neutralized. Even if they recover from their disorganized status, they don't have any guns left, so only this one maybe has 3 out of Alpha ones left, and that's okay. So today we're going to be attacking the first spy and trying to finish them off, and then we'll be looking at killing this Panzagram Battalion 222. And finally, we'll be dealing with the reinforcements that attacks our troops up north. Now, I'm actually going to come through here and just move down towards this town. If we can just get rid of more chunks of the front line, it will prevent them from getting back to the German reinforcements, which will be great. So we're just going to continue to try and close the gap there. All right, yeah, let's get to it. So first, spy. Do I need any reinforcements for this? I don't think I have any that I can actually get in range. So it may just be a matter of the single unit doing it on its own. There is a chance actually for me to bring up some territorials. Do I need them though, and do I want them? I guess recon is useful for this battle, so maybe I can use them for that. I'm just kind of worried about putting them in a vulnerable situation, but I don't think there's really anything that's going to scare the territorials, so, or like kill them, I guess. Yeah, we'll just bring up that territorial unit and they can just provide me with extra recon units. Going to technically be a draw. Unfortunately, I can't get on top of this artillery. It would be close. Like, if I were to attack this disorganized unit and destroy them, then there's a chance that I could maybe then attack the artillery afterwards. If I go on that point, it would be 4 action points, and then I would be able to hit the artillery, but then we wouldn't be able to kill this recon unit, which I think is probably more important for me to kill. Like, taking down the AA net at this point doesn't really help me that much. It maybe would allow me to bring in extra aircraft to engage further north, but generally it's not going to matter. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we will make sure to do this attack. Let's go ahead and get to it. Interesting map. Is it going to matter that much? Worth checking. We've got the P4 Milans. I think for the most part we're just going to spread out infantry and push. And I'm going to just have to look out for this AMX-10 and bring up stuff that can kill the jeeps. Alright, that's tactical battle, and in we go. They get backed up by artillery, actually. Alright, so we'll have that to kill as well. The OT-64Cs should be able to kill the jeeps for me. But there will be a lot of people in Milan, so they will shoot at those. But I guess the way we're doing it is I could probably drop off a bunch of infantry in here, and we push the Boris through the tree line. Same deal here, we just like push through the tree line. I think my infantry blobs are stronger than theirs. As long as we're moving, the artillery shouldn't be a problem. So let's just do it. We'll build up a bunch of Strauze. And these can all go here. We'll have a group that can go up here. And then we have a group and push on this side. Perfect. Artillery will kill my static elements like the ATGMs and grenade launchers, so I guess grenade launchers might be okay to use if I'm using them on like the edges of tree lines, but otherwise we might struggle to get value out of them. Alright, recon can spread out so we can keep an eye on things.
Motor jede, čekáme na váš rozkaz. Přivezte nás tam. Připraven k přepravě.
Okay, that'll do. We can bring in more after the start. Over rocket artillery if we need it. I didn't actually bring up any leaders, did I? Just drop a couple leaders in to these groups.
Poslouchám velení, přepínám. Jedeme tam. Posloucháme.
Cool, that'll do. And then we just need one more.
Připraven k přepravě.
Okay, off we go. Mortars could be a choice here. Just because they'll be a distraction for enemy artillery, they'll also like chip the smaller recon squads we'll be coming up against. We do have the ability to counter battery with the 122mm. Not sure how effective that will actually be. They'd have to be pretty far up as well because they only have 12,000 meter range.
Potřebujete svést? Posloucháme. Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Přivezte nás tam. Ano, pane.
Gonna unload these and move up like so. The OT-64s can just get deep into the tree line. On this side, we'll have the UAZs do a runner. The P4 Milans are hanging out. It's okay, we can just get into the tree line here. Right, those all unload, and on you go. We'll keep the OT-64s ready to help if needs be, but for the most part in the tree line it's not going to matter. The same X-10's got to go. What I'm going to do, we'll get my rocket artillery ready, and if we see the same X-10 just chilling, we can smash it with rocket artillery, because that is the biggest threat in their entire force.
Máte rozkazy, pane? No tak chlap. Máte rozkazy, pane? Připraven k boji. Držte tuto pozici. Za chvilku tam budu. Čekáme na váš rozkaz. Všetkým jednotkám buďte medvěd. Připraven k boji. Zastavte zde. Ano, pane.
Just going to put these APCs on different control groups so that I can control them separately to the Stradze without having to like drag select more specifically. That way I can keep them relatively close, and if we bump into a bunch of jeeps, we can use the OT-64s to clean them out. Also the VABs, we'll be able to kill VABs with these OTs. I do have some T-55s. Bringing those up. I'm really not worried about the infantry engagements other than the artillery zeroing us. I would like to run across here, so what we're going to do is we'll bring up the OTs right to the edge, just to destroy any stuff we see there. Kill.
Bez chlastu bych tohle neutřídil. Připraven k Angerek! Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Potřebujete se?
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? Alright, what we'll do is we'll have an artillery here and an artillery there. Could help us out a lot, because those Strati are not going to be able to make it across the open at the moment. It's a dangerous place to be firing those rockets, but should hit nicely. There's also a good chance that I could bring in some artillery and just use that to hit these sort of annoying positions.
Je mi potěšením, pane. Pohněte sebou, postřílejte! Šiťte to do... Tady táta medvěd, čekám na pokyny.
Oh, that is got popped. My bad. That's not good. That's really not good. We're very much lacking leaders.
Najdeme je a pak je zabijeme. Průzkumná jednotka na váš rozkaz.
Make sure the recon moves up a little bit. I can't move it up too far because I don't want it to be like isolated and killed. These Strati, they keep trying, but they're not making any progress. If I can get the Strati into the middle here, that would be actually pretty big.
Čekáme na váš rozkaz.
Alright, Strati versus French infantry. I feel like we should win. I've just got to be a bit cautious.
Na silnici to bude rychlejší.
Nice. Right, we managed to kill those. We will just fall back for the time being.
Už tam jedeme. Dobrá práce, kluci. Jednotka je připravena.
Would have been nice to hit the AMX-10 there. You see a build up. Oh, that could be a nice target.
Morfín, potřebuju morfín. Připraven to snad bezde. Zpátečku, řidiči.
Alright, fingers crossed, that hits really well. All the VAVs are going in there. I'm really hoping that I hit and kill the AMX-10. Well, that last rocket hit him very well. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, right, let's move up this recon. Yeah, if we can get into the trees here, then we're in a very, very nice winning position. Bring up these OTs. We don't use these very often, if at all actually. I don't think I've used them at all this campaign. They're old half-tracks with recoilless rifles mounted on them. In this situation, could be pretty useful for killing light targets, so I am going to bring them in.
Kam mě chcete poslat? Rozumím. Přesunujeme se. Přepínám. Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Jsme vyzbrojení až po uši, skapane.
I could do with some recon further to the side here with the OT-64s. We could also probably need some on this side. Be nice. Could get some up here. There are definitely black spots, or blind spots, I should say. We can probably shift the OTs across. We'll put the T-55s here instead. And then we'll put the UAZ into the corner of that sector, and maybe it will force them to come across here. Let's make sure we use cover to get these half-tracks close, otherwise they will get killed by the P4 Milan. Just checking the range on the AT missile there. There's like two artillery pieces right next to each other. Ooh, is that going to be another position where they're bunching up? Kind of feel like it is. We'll hit both of those places just in case.
Čekáme na váš rozkaz. Čekáme tady.
Good. Are these strelci, once they're topped up, and start heading down there. I love the OT-64s actually taking on the AMX. That's so funny. The AMX-10RC getting run down by APCs with machine guns. I mean, the KPVT is no joke, especially against the lighter armor of an AMX-10, so that was very nice. Also, these recoilless actually getting work. So cool to see these units in action. I will need to respect the jeeps, otherwise all my infantry is going to get melted. Swelty getting caught there. I don't know where they are exactly now, so I'll use a rocket strike as counter battery. Doesn't look like it was good enough.
Vojáci! Máte rozkazy, pane?
Unfortunate.
Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Cíl zničen! Rozumím! O jednoho imperialistů míň.
That was actually a really good kill there by the OT-64. It was like one burst of the machine guns. Like realistically, you know, that a KPVT smashing into a P4 Jeep would probably destroy it, but in the game that doesn't happen very often. They did a good job there. Look at the smoke here as well, where the rockets came down. Looks like I should probably leave a recon on that side. We do have the recon here moving up, so that's fine. The plan is to just get all of these strati to keep moving up here. Just clean out this tree line and then just sort of continue up the road. And we're going to try and get these guys to maybe come across and deal with that artillery. I can reinforce with more infantry here. I can push the other direction. Let's get these unloaded. So all of these can just go further to the left. Gonna spread out the OT-64s, or 62s on that side. Okay, that's a lot of jeeps. I don't think we get any points for killing the jeeps. How much rockets do we have? We do have enough rockets.
Potřebujete svést? Tady táta Medvěd, čekám na pokyny. Já? Můj samopal? Cigarety jsou připravené. Budeme potřebovat krycí palbu. Angere, k zemi! Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Tady sráčka, poslouchám. Sráčka, tady sráčka. Pokud pár kiláků.
I'm actually worried about those jeeps coming back. That could really hurt.
Tady sráč 1, rozumím, pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Doktor! Máme ji!
I was really hoping not to kill that. What I should do in this situation, when I'm pushing through and I know that there's a transport there, or like a supply, just turn off the AT weapons on the infantry. Okay, we're not getting any morale loss for killing those. overall it's still good kills because it is causing them overall losses in their like battalion. So like overall battalion losses can cause them to just get destroyed. So like even if you don't get a total victory or something, every kill is a good kill, to be honest. That is a lot of infantry. A lot of recon infantry more specifically. I should outnumber them. Even though my infantry quality is trash here, I should be able to finish them off. There's just so many men moving through there. There's another big group of jeeps, I think it might be. Can we kill the Milan? Yes, nice. This is so funny. They're just charging at my T-55s. What are they doing? Like, if you're a player, you could actually do this because they don't cost you any morale loss, and if you keep the infantry alive, it works. But I don't think the AI doing it is a good idea. Oh dear. Alright, let's go ahead and push across the backside here. And I do think I have quite a decent amount of OTs that I can use. How many recon squads can you kill in one battle? Is that the only leader in the sector? Trying to get this OT-64 to go run down some artillery on the backside. Perfect. VAB killed it. Funny. Alright, that should be at least the recon unit destroyed. Good first battle. Major victory. 27 minutes 48 seconds. Looks like the rocket launchers hit okay. Loads of recon infantry dead. Alright, let's see if that's done the trick. It has indeed. Alright, it almost cut off this unit, which would be nice. But not quite. I want to kind of keep 4 action points here, just in case this unit comes back and attacks the territorials. Just like I've done here. Alright, so next thing would be the Panzagram Battalion 222, which I think would be an auto resolve. It's a total victory, so we'll just take that, I guess. Bye-bye. We lost a tank and a vehicle, apparently. That's a good kill. Alright, do I want to continue pushing all the way up here? Don't think so. Alright, we'll make sure we do this first, and then I'll see where I want to put these, because I might want to try and chase down this artillery. So this is a battle where I can kind of attack both at once. They've got their leader unit here, which is VAB Mephisto's Panzagram. They have the double launchers. They've got loads of VBL recon with VBL Milans. It's kind of a nasty unit to be supporting. They have an engineer unit, which does have some recoil lifts. It's either attack this tank unit or attack the infantry unit. It doesn't have to be either, actually. That's what I was kind of explaining. We can attack both. So we just got to decide how I'm going to do that. I think attacking the infantry unit with the tanks is the best way to go, and then attacking the tank unit with the infantry here is probably a good idea. And should I do that first? Probably, because we give less targets if they reinforce. So if I say do this plus artillery, you've never had to bring in that, it'd be a draw. So I think they'll play this out, and we'll have artillery and they won't, which will be really nice. The map's a little open. I say a little open, it's very open. Which is a bit rough for us. How are they looking for artillery? I don't think they have any. So we will get value out of my 80 gems this game. I could just bring in both of these, because I'll have enough action points to attack the 152nd Infantry afterwards anyway. Let's tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. Oh, they're actually bringing in aircraft as well. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I probably should have had a look at the aircraft units, since we have full eyes on them. But alas, it doesn't really matter that much. On this right side, I can just use the tree line to deal with things. On this side, yeah, we could probably just like camp around in here. In the middle, not so easy. Very, very open map. And I think they get there way before we do. This could be a bit awkward. We'll definitely want to get our recon in position. Probably have the OT-65 in as well, but we'll have it on the right side here near the infantry. And then we'll do just a full blob of infantry with the leader in here. And we could probably do the same on this side. We'll pop a couple HGMs into this building. They cover that road quite nicely. We'll deal with the middle afterwards, I think. I do have some T-55 AM2s. They're actually pretty useful. But I think otherwise it's just Dunners on fire at will. Recon for the left is also important. But where am I going to put it? I could put one like up on the hill here. We'll try that. There are going to be a lot of tanks, so I think that's going to delay them getting to the front. Should have time to get our infantry in position as long as I'm careful about their recon placement. because we will bump into their recon elements.
Jsem jen na velký úkol. Rozumím, jsou. Pozor na imperialisty!
And then I'm going to want to push forwards and try and get into better positions.
Bez chlastu bych tohle neutřídil. Pohněte sebou, postřílejte! Šiťte to do ní! No tak, chlapi, zaberte!
Oh, some node here. It's going to be a bit of a massacre. We'll get the OT-64s to back up. Oh, look at all the VAB Mephistos there. Alright. Pretty sketchy for us. Alright, Priscum need to come back. If I can get to this road, it looks like that's going to be a great road to be able to sit on. And I think what I'll do with these... I think they got good line of sight up there actually. Onto any infantry below. Alright, these Strelci need to start pushing. And next thing we need to do is just more artillery. Artillery will win us this game. At least speed it up. I think HDGams could also be really good here now that we have some positioning. Tell you what I'm actually going to do with these Dunners is we're going to manually fire them at this infantry.
Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Dobrá práce, kluk, připraven k přepravě. Mám špatný pocit. Připraven k palbě. Tady ta slánský čert. Nepřítel spatře.
And the OTs can kill these infantry on the left very easily. I'm just gonna line up like so that we have equal range onto the road there. And meanwhile, we want to try and get the HDGams into position. On this side, I think I'm actually going to bring in a few tanks that can push out of their tree line, or at least like just kill the VABs that we see. Really good kill. Okay, let's get some supply here. The artillery might as well start firing away. I might just have them all engage here. Really good kills. Alright, now we get HGMs in here. We just keep trying to move the front forwards with the HGMs. Meanwhile, let's just get this road covered by RPGs.
Zadejte nám souřadnice, soudruhu. Slyším jasně a zřetelně. Rozumím, konec. Pozor, máme to kontakt. Vypadá to, že jsme ně posloucháme.
Perfect. Absolutely annihilating everything in there.
Jsme připraveni je rozdrtit na prach. Tady sráč 1, rozumím, pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Pozor, máme to kontakt.
I'm going to target all the tree lines as well, because the AI loves to sort of group up in those tree lines. We'll start spreading out a bit of supply.
Soudruhu, chcete také panáka?
One's being spotted by the other recon. Cheeky little group there of units trying to repair. We should hit with a couple of guns. Any more HGMs? I don't think so. Got more rockets though.
Výbušná nabitá, příprava k palbě. Tady hrovně, máme vizuální kontakt s nepřítelem. Na váš rozkaz, soudruhu. Tady sráč 1, rozumím, pálíme na vaše souřadnice.
More artillery, please. This is just an artillery spam game for sure.
Tady hrovně, máme vizuální kontakt s nepřítelem. Dělou se noci, na váš rozkaz. Už to tam vezeme, soudruhu. Jsme připraveni je rozdrtit na prach.
We just got to pay attention to where they're moving, and then we can catch them on their rally points. All the while continuing to take a little bit more ground here. Perfect. I am going to try and move up a few strati here. We can get some into this building as well. Move a couple over to the left. We'll leave the leader behind. That's fine.
Já a moje kára jsme připraveni. Rozumím, přesunujeme se. Přepínám.
Angere, zemi! Průzkumná jednotka, na vaše rozkazy.
Okay, that's not good. This is why the tanks are useful. Where are they all going?
Připraven k palbě. Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Jsme vyzbrojeni až po uši z kapalny.
A situation like that, just hitting a few of the BABs is going to make him scurry. Do something like that. We'll have a few hit this location as well, where the AMX-30 is. These helicopters. Bring up a few Yashtoka. Having artillery and them not having artillery is actually just crazy in this situation. That's really good damage. Ooh, gotta respect the VAB Mephisto. Do I have any more recon? I should have plenty. Yeah. Feeling those moved. Where are they going? Really hoping they don't move before these shots go off. Not gonna delay. That's gonna be a huge amount of kills. They're just all like bunching up for the TRM 10,000 supply. What? Oh, there it is. Boom. Huge. Oh, it's so satisfying. So satisfying. Massive hit. Taking out all of the transports in one go like that is massive. It helps us so much. Let's bring out the OTs a little bit. Burka took down one of the Alouettes, we'll take down another one there. I love how these sound. And they fire, it's very, very satisfying.
Ano, pane. Střílejte na všechno, co se hejbe. Tady hrovětr. Máme vizuální kontakt s nepřítelem. Dazmanský čert, hotelu 6. Počúvam. Tady sráč 1, rozumím. Pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Cíl zničený.
I can hear the Yashtoka firing there on the side, it's so nice. That kind of confirmed my suspicion that they do have a lot of stuff there. But we're only hitting it with 2 guns at the moment. Good hits there. I'm gonna fire like 1 shot at that location. They're reloading at the moment, so we'll just finish. Speaking of, I should probably put leaders with them. I really need to have them spread out. Just put an MTRB with them. Have all the supply together as well. A lot easier to micro, there's no chance of counter battery.
Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Zkouška spojení, hotel 6, přepínám.
I thought this would be a bit more scary than it is.
Je připravený.
Just because the tanks like could easily run me down in the open, right? But I think we made the right choice using the forested areas to place our infantry, and then we just got recon spotting everything in the open. Working pretty well. Got a nice battery here now. Almost every Dana that we have. Last one coming in now.
Dáme si teď jednoho panáka a druhý bude až vyhrajem.
What we can do is just
Výbušná nabitá, příprava k
something
palbě.
like this. Spread them all out.
Na váš rozkaz, soudruhu.
We'll just let them fire till they need to reload. We'll just demolish everything that's in there.
Připraven k palbě.
There's really nothing else other than that Mephisto. I got baited so hard.
Nepřátelský voják 500 metrů.
BAB Milan or BBL Milan. Might run into that shot. It looks like it might go down.
Připraven k palbě. Dobrá, soudruhu. Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Co potřebujete, paní? Co mě na velký úkol?
Okay, we're starting to get eyes.
Potřebujete další
It looks like
podporu.
spreading them out would probably be better, generally speaking.
Tady hrot 1. Máme vizuální kontakt s nepřítelem.
Oops. Is that up?
Stupně ohore, pán! Pane Bože, proč já?
Just I'm not having enough to do this.
Nemám nic jiného v plánu. Tady zastavíme. Tady sráč 1, rozumím, pálíme na vaše souřadnice.
I will do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One there and one there for now. Okay. Because those are where the blobs are. And then we just want to try and catch some of this infantry out in the open. I'm going to grab a couple of tanks, and those can hit the VPLs.
Dělostřelci, na váš rozkaz. Cíl zničen.
I like that they're on the road here, because we're going to be destroying units passing by. I like that poor truck.
Nemohu zahájit palbu, soudruhu.
Perfect.
Ano. Pojďme a zůstaňme potichu. Čekám náš rozkaz. 20 stupňů nahoru, pál! Pozor, máme tu kontakt. 20 stupňů hore, pál! Zbraň připravena. Dělostřelci, na váš rozkaz.
Alright, we're going to be hitting these units nice and hard. Anything that moves through
Na váš rozkaz, soudruhu.
that position. Really good. These are some very, very satisfying artillery strikes. I need an artillery shell to land right on that house. If I was coming this here, I'm gonna die otherwise. It's like a second too late.
Tady sráč 1, rozumím, pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Máme jich! Výbušná nabitá, příprava k palbě! Na váš rozkaz, soudruhu.
I bring the MTRB in. Where did that go?
Ano, soudruhu.
I have no idea.
Tady sráč 1.
And I'll get my rocket artillery and start firing away as well.
Tady táta Medvěd, jsme připraveni. Ano, kapitán. Vypadá to, že jsme něco zničili. Tady zastavme. Sleduju oblaka. Tady rovně. Máme vizuální kontakt s nepřítelem. Ano. O, zasáhli má! Nesmíme, náš rozkaz. Vypadej. Tady sráč 1, rozumí, pálíme na vaši soupravní vlastně, neplavnou vojáků, 500 metrů. Výbušná nabitá, příprava k palbě. Dělo se noci.
I just spread out shots everywhere there.
Najdeme je a pak je zabijeme. Zbraň připravena. Tady tasmanský čert. Nepřítel spatřen. Cíl zničen. Motor jede, čekáme na váš rozkaz. Vypadá to, že jsme něco zničili. Na první hodině nepřátelský vojáků 500 metrů. Čekáme na váš rozkaz. Tohle imperialistů. Na tejto vojny bolí hlava. Máme ho, hajzla.
I think a lot of the Mephistos might be dealt with. Let's see if we can just push the OT-64s to like clean up some infantry.
Rozdrtit napravo. Máme ho,
Just gonna smash any and all tree lines. Hopefully the OT-64s can just
čekáme na váš
clean things up.
Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Motor jede, čekáme na váš rozkaz. Je mi potěšení. Máme ho, hajzla. Jdeme si pro mě. Zadejte nám soudáme. Výbušná nabitá, příprava k palbě. Už to tam veze. Posloucháme. Mizera, jsme něco. Tady sráč 1, pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Mizera, jsme něco zničili. Tady sráč 1, rozumí, pálíme na vaše souřadnice. Po jednoho imperialistu. Potřebujete svést. Už si připravuju daleko. Připravený.
I'm just gonna blast the middle of this map to pieces. There's so many shells, like shell holes everywhere. Look at all these craters, man. Middle of the map getting absolutely pummeled.
Po jednoho imperialistu. Zpátky. Potřebujete svést? Ano. Čekaj, 4 zásah a je po nás. Po jednoho imperialistu.
I think one of the helicopter was landed, right? Anyway, that's it. One more kill. So cool to watch the rain come down. Very nice. 168 kills, 11 losses. Pretty clean, to be honest, with all the donners there. Very nice. Okay, so that's going to be that unit entirely destroyed. We didn't see any of these aircraft. So it looks like the aircraft in general are just anti-air. Like, so they're not going to be engaging us on the ground with any of those aircraft. So we don't really need to worry all that much. The only time that we need our AA is if we are using our own aircraft. Okay, well, unfortunately, guys, it's been my time, but we have made fantastic progress today. And next time around, we'll be smashing the 152nd, and we'll likely be able to clean up the supporting units behind. So, yeah, it's been a very, very, very successful episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.